Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to a timeless Justice for Sagi reading where we discuss the topic of justice. However, the energies on this channel would like to have the conversation. This channel belongs to one of two sister channels that I run. For the energies of Sekhmet, to reach her sister channel of Bastet, feel free to check out the description box below. You'll also find more information via the description box to see who and what I am as 7th, if you'd like to explore that, and all that jazz. All right. With that being said, please bear in mind that the conversation of justice may come across to you as merciful and or merciless. However, bear in mind it is in true form. However, the energies will like to be disclosed. Okay. Keep in mind that you have tapped into a collective reading. I'm having as 7th, and this is not a personal one-to-one connection that you and I have made time for. So it's imperative that you utilize your discernment to take the bits and pieces you like. Leave anything behind with the reading that you may not have. Bear in mind, whatever brings you here, however you're affiliated to the label of Sagittarius, and know the latter is again in true form if listening out to the storytelling time. All right, I am 7th, aka Master 7th, that reads these energies for you. I'm a master healer that provides remote wellness alignments and tarot intuitive insights, such as this. Please remember that feminine and masculine energies are non-gender specific. However, femininity and masculinity both have feminine and masculine energies. All right, justice for Sagi. Three of Cups was the exhaustion level. You know, some of you could benefit from counseling, like behavioral cognitive therapy. All right, this is just an intuitive message. Please bear that in mind. There are levels to who you are that is so compressed, and you've told yourself it might be depression and denial, or in denial in general. But there's a tightness here, just like Aries, that it's like, yeah. It's like you want to convince people that you have your shit together, but you don't. You really don't. There's a I forgot the term for it, but like when you work diligently and you put you fill your days with work and you can get a paycheck out of that. It is the best form of gaslighting yourself from any spiritual and emotional deniability or pain or trauma, because, I mean, how many times can you have a spiritual transaction and get money out of that? How many times can you have an emotional transaction and get money out of that, right? It's like, no, it's like not really happening, right? So if that can give you monetary gains, you don't want to pay attention to it. So the logistics is easier for you to handle, because the logistics means you can logistically stand by the things that are tangible. And money seems to be tangible. Material things are tangible. Emotions are not. Spirituality is not. And there is a confusion in that if you are not ready to accept that ambiguity of emotionality and the ambiguity of spirituality is exactly that. There's tangibility to be found. But you, the receiver of that emotionality and that spirituality, have to provide it tangible reasons. Some of you don't know how to do that. Some of you refuse to do it. And some of you dip your toes into what's convenient for you at a moment or not. And it's like, good luck. Good luck going into convenience of emotional euphoria, that one person that makes you really feel good, or the one reader that makes you feel really good, but you never actually extend personal one-on-one time to that person that makes you feel good. That person is going to realize that and pull away their services from you. They're going to pull away. Because tangibility to them is knowing that they gave you emotional transaction and spiritual transaction of a tangibility from them to you, and you're not giving it in the form of money in return. Time is money, and you're not providing it back. So keep that in mind as you move accordingly to the level of social stigmas that you're going to continue running into as you have. You're a very social butterfly. Social hour is one of the most important things for you. To deny yourself of that would be absolutely ludicrous. Yet 2026 is going to be about understanding a different role and a different sense of responsibility to being social, and what you internally don't have yet figured out either. All that from one card. Whew, 555. All right. Fucking moon. You know, the moon and the Empress with the Two of Pentacles. All right, you don't know it. You won't believe me, okay? But you're entertaining the wrong situation. You're going to continue entertaining it until the compression feels so full, you're going to be overflowing, and then you realize, oh shit, it's too much. As if it already hasn't happened to you, but that's weird. And it goes back into feeding deniability a little bit. Like, I feel like I'm guilty. I feel like it's my fault. So, you know, that keeps you back into a push and pull, maybe at a tug of war with maybe a relationship that is not the healthiest, but there's something so powerful in that connection of that tug of war that not showing up and witnessing that game occurring between you two is a lack of entertainment for you. That shattered someone right there because they never thought of it that way. Listen, I'm silent because I have personal opinions that I just like, I don't understand how people can put themselves in this situation. I know why they occur. I understand the randomness, coincidences, and lessons. I understand all that. I don't understand the inner workings, though. And English is the worst language to exploit that. So I'm a bit over it. All right, anyway. Moving on. Continuing saga of justice for Sagi. Star. It's really, 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 really hard. I think this is the best way I can exploit what I was thinking on a personal note. It's really, really hard to see the moon energy come up in a reading and take everything seriously in the reading. It's a bit, it's one-sided, honestly. Scientifically, we can only see one side and study one side of the moon. And yet there are some practicing witches out there, right, who just do their I don't know what that was, but around moon time. Full moon, new moon, moon phases, moon this, moon that, moon, and I have moon phases tattooed on me, and still, fuck off with your shit. You're doing it wrong. Why are you taking old recycled energy from the sun and ritualizing that shit? Whenever you're done ritualizing, the sun has moved on. You are ritualizing old energy. Whatever. But That's why it's really hard to accept some of the audacity. Because sometimes I wish that the different, the other, is more intriguing than what is the same for you. Because it requires other to learn more about why you like what you like. Period. Like, I just don't understand some of this bullshit that privately people are struggling with when their external fucking chatterbox checks off a lot of boxes on either advice to other people, audacity of how maybe they may be thinking intellectually internally or processing themselves internally. And I'm like, wait a minute, but your external voice box is different than the internal voice box. Why? Because I can see it. Why? There's something with something. If I'm wrong, you're not here, you know? So it's like, I just don't understand that. And if I don't understand, I have mercy to understand how we maybe got here. Indoctrination, cults, religion, mantras, fake news and exploitation, censorship, deniability, no education, wrong education. So, can I understand? Yes. Do I have a bit of respect for the audacity? Yes, I'm here. I'm here giving you content, right? Does that make sense? So there's an emotional war and there's a spiritual war, and none of them seem to be tangible. But in the world where I am here, it is tangible. So I think you're going to have to wheel it back a little bit and see how involved you are to either set of those categories. And remember that although you might see them as separate, it's what? It's one thing. It's all encompassing. Just like all under the stratosphere of what it means to be on this goddamn planet. We're one. We're one planet. It's our one home. Like, humans are the only species that will destroy their own home knowing that damn well they don't have another one. And then when it's done, you're like, oh shit, I didn't know how do we get here? Your own fucking ego got yourself here. Yep. The Hierophant, the Magician. Why? You. Your prayer, your non-prayer, your fucking religious mantras, the stratosphere push and pull in war, a battle of belief, faith, and prayer. What religion, this religion, non-religion, diversity, complexity. You have absolutely less and less capability to have a regular conversation as complex humans. And come into the conversation knowing that we may disagree. Absolutely insane that people get killed for this shit. And I don't know when we change killed to unalived. I don't know what we're doing over there. I don't understand why are we changing the perspective of killed to unalived? When did that fucking happen? That we need to accept the perception change of that shit. Do that with other shit. Do that with the word pray, right? Where P-R-E-Y and P-R-A-Y sound the same. I mean, there will be people who are picky, you know, and I understand that. It's like some people who say, you know, they believe that they don't want to say good morning because it sounds like morning and morning something in English. And I understand there are people who have their opinions about that. Like, stop saying to us that we can't say good morning. Like, we can't say good morning, rhymes, whatever, because it's coming from the word Morgan. But at the same time, when it comes to processing emotionality, processing spirituality, that it is in its own ambiguity tangible versus untangible, I can live with the awareness of choosiness, whether or not I live okay with hearing the word good morning and choose not to apply myself to say it, without needing the judgment and criticism of my opinion included as to why I say it that way. Like, I don't understand how we got here. Why did all that come up? It's not relevant, and that's the intriguing part about all these complexities. I might change my mind and say good morning next week, and this week I might use to express my personality that, fuck, hey, good morning, it sounds like morning, I didn't lose nobody, and then next week I might say grand rising, or I might say good morning, and someone be like, but you had all this opinion last week. Yeah, welcome to this week. I mean, there is no difference to that likability and unlikability about me than being around me and then figuring that same week, I love pink. And then next week, nope, I don't fuck with it. It's not it. It's not it for me. It's red. Like, you don't have to be okay with that. You also don't have to be around it. But the fact that there is judgment that it's wrong to behave that way, I think that's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. It's a bit too much. Because in the act of changing one's opinion, you're not killing anybody. You're not unaliving anybody, right? So what's the harm? But to act on that divisiveness of the feeling and doing the crime, well, then now you just think you're a god. Now you need to remove something because you think it's in your way. I don't know how we got here. That's it. Look at that. 3 of Cups is the bottom of the deck. I mean, I don't know. I don't know about this reading. So good luck. That's it. I'm wishing you a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space, and may you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.